G'day guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be showing you a really weird method of solving the 3x3. It's actually the method that I used to start solving it. The first method I ever used, I'm going to be showing you. This isn't beginner method, this isn't COLL, something like that. It's just a random mash of different methods that I kind of came up with on my own. I didn't come up with this on my own, but I put all the pieces together. So half of it's from beginner, then half of it's from something else. So yeah, I'm just gonna get into it and we're just gonna scramble it up and I'll show you what I do. Alright, it looks pretty scrambled. So obviously the first thing is, like CFOP, is we're going to just solve the cross. So might as well just do that. There we go, so cross done. And then, just like beginner method, you put the corners on top of where they need to go, and then do this to sort of put them in, just like that. And then we have the layer done. Real simple, I'm sure you know how to do that. Next, we get the edges that need to go in there, and we just do this algorithm. And then they just do that for all the edges, so that one, and then over here. And there we go. Now, this is where it gets a bit different. So what I do is, for some reason, I don't know why I did this, but what the first step is to permutate the corners. Yeah, permutate the corners. So as you can see, these two corners here are in the right spot because this is yellow, red, and blue. Yellow, red, blue, that's where it's meant to be. It's not orientated correctly, but it's in the right spot. And so is this one. That actually is orientated correctly. So on this side, we can see that this one's red and this one's orange. So these two need to switch, which to a beginner is actually quite intuitive. So to switch these, we just do a sledgehammer sort of thing, just like that. And then as you can see, if we line them up again, all of the corners are in the right spot. Now, you might think that's a bit weird, but it means that at the end, all there is to do is either a U-perm, a Z-perm, or a H-perm. The next step was really strange again, because the only algorithm I needed to know here was the soon. So what I would do is I would look at all the way around here, these pieces, and if there wasn't a yellow one, I would do, see this one here, I would do a soon from this point. And then I would look at the top and see if there was 1, 2, or 4 yellow corners facing up. So right now there's none. So there can either only ever be 1, 2, or 4, or none. So if this was the case, then what I would do is I would do a U2, and then if this was still not yellow, then I would do the soon again. And as you can see, there's one corner, and at one corner is what I'm aiming for. I'll show you again. So if there's 2 corners, then I would pick a spot that had no yellows here, and then do the soon, and that's got 0 corners facing up. So I do a U2, and then do this again, and as you can see, there's 1 corner. So from this point, I would then look at these 2 corners and think which one is yellow. And so this one's yellow obviously, but if it was on this side, then I would do a soon here, but because it's on this side, I do a soon from here. And as you can see, what that did is that gave me all the corners done, and they're all permutated correctly, and all there is to do is just the edges now. So it's the corners and then the edges. This is just an algorithm I need to learn. So this was the 4th one, I believe, which is just this. Real simple. And then it just ends up with a U-perm, or well, this is a H-perm, but it can either end up as a H-perm, a U-perm, or a Z-perm. And the method I used to solve this U-perm was actually like this, which is really dumb. I don't know why I didn't just do this, but you know, that's what beginners do. So let's just do another one. So we can just, you know, put the cross as it is, and then I would just sort of do this, put each of the corners in. Obviously I wasn't getting very good times because it's pretty slow and there's a lot of trial and error, but the bottom's all done, and then we just do the edges. There's a red one, and then the orange one. So then what we do is we permutate corners, so these 2 are fine because these 2 need to switch. So we do the sledgehammer, and then we look at the top and there's 2, which means I do a soon from a corner that doesn't have any yellow, And once I do a U2, if there's another yellow one, then I just do it again until there's one yellow. So then we look at these two, and this is actually the same case we had before, just as soon, and then I'll just do one more just for the fun of it. I don't expect any of you to actually learn this method because it's pretty, well, to be honest, it is a bit of a waste of time, because if you already know how to solve the cube, this isn't going to help you get any faster or anything. So if I get a case like this, I don't actually do anything about it because I need to look at the corners. So right now, all the corners are actually permutated correctly, but they're not orientated, obviously. So I would look at one of these and do a soon here, and then I would get a soon case, which is, you know, the normal fish soon. Oh wow, okay, that was a bit of a skip. Alright, so let's see if we can get a better one. So soon, and then we have one corner. So we look at these, and then it's the opposite. So we do it from this side. And as you can see, it gives us this case. We just do that. And that's the only case you can ever get. You can get them across, but then you could just do it twice. And then we just have a U-perm. And there we go. So, and it's again, like I said, I wouldn't recommend you actually try to learn this. It's just a bit of an experimental case, I suppose, but it is a really good way for beginners to learn because there's literally only 5 algorithms. I've taught a lot of my friends this method because it's really easy to grasp. I actually think it's even easier than beginner method with like the whole, like switching the corners and that kind of thing. I actually never learnt beginner method. I kind of know it now because I've trained myself to sort of, you know, with JPerm's videos and all that, commutators and that sort of work, but no, I've never actually learnt the beginner method. I just went straight from this weird method to CFOP, which was a big jump, but I found it alright, and, you know, I average around 11-12 seconds now, so I guess it all paid off. I don't know if this has been done before. If it hasn't, then I'm going to call it the noble method, obviously, but look, it probably has been done before. The whole combination of all of it together, I don't think actually has a name yet. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you like this video, make sure to watch my other ones. Cheers!